Also joining us tonight, Ambassador James Woolsey. He's a former CIA director, and last week he became the senior foreign policy advisor to the Trump campaign. Great to see you, Ambassador.
Good to be with you, man.
So, you know, maybe all that stuff that Austin just said is right, but right now, one of the things people like about Trump's policies are he talks tough about immigration and not letting in immigrants from terror-ridden areas without more screening. That would not have necessarily prevented this family from being here.
And that's true. This fellow, I think, came to the United States when he was 7 years old.
A New Jersey guy.
But whether it's from a culture in another country that even when transplanted into the United States still fosters some terrorist individuals.
Yep.
Or whether it's people who slip through the immigration net even though they have a dark background and so forth. We aren't going to succeed at this, I think, just by setting up individual barriers and individual hoops to jump through. We've got to have a systematic approach, and the best model I can think of, and some of what they did is relevant to this situation, is the operations of Giuliani and Kelly in New York with the broken windows approach of trying to keep things from getting out of hand,
right.
Even beginning
you
to
nip
get
it
out
in the
of
bud
hand.
as soon as you see something.
Exactly.
And there are some reports that ISIS is having difficulty recruiting Westerners who live here in America to help them out. But they're not that inclined, even though they may be disaffected with some of our cultural norms. They don't want to help kill Americans.
Well, that would be great. We want to wish all ill to them. But I think that we're going to have to be far more involved, the police and the FBI and the investigative agencies.
Right, and to be communicating more.
Right.
So let me ask you this, because he says, Trump comes out and says the Obama-Clinton doctrine of not taking ISIS seriously enough has emboldened terrorists around the world. Do you believe that's true?
Well, I think it's not just ISIS that the Obama administration is not taken seriously enough. It's the whole notion of a chunk of the Islamic world being at war with us. I think it was Trotsky who said, you may not be interested in war, but war may be interested in you. Mm-hmm. And the administration, everything from their failure to name Islamic terrorism to their continually saying that everything is fine because we've killed bin Laden, to their devotion to the narrative rather than to the facts, and fiddling around with facts so they fit into their narrative. All of that really is part of the problem. We didn't fight World War II that way. Mm-hmm. That's the way you fight something if you don't mind losing. And the Obama administration...
It's interesting you should mention that term narrative, because just today, Josh Earnest, the White House spokesperson, said that we're in a narrative fight with ISIS. And lo and behold, that was your own term to describe their policy tonight.
What do you wad up pieces of paper with the narrative on them and throw them at the terrorists?
Let's hope that's not how you were doing it when you were running the CIA.
No.
Great to see you.